Comedy Jonah.
Oh my
Hello.
God. We said we weren't doing a show today, and then we are. What?
That's because it's my fault, and I think I have early onset Alzheimer's like my
Oh,
mother. I thought I had followed up with Matt and asked Monday, and then
okay.
he informed me, no, you never did that. And I went, I'm an
Oh,
idiot. So here
oh.
we are.
Here we are. It's good.
It's good. So, I know you all want to hear from Matt, so let all of you know very quickly. Make sure that you follow, like, and subscribe wherever you guys are watching. Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. You know how we spread it out everywhere. Do that. Because we are going to be bringing you more shows when Big Brother is over. We're going to be covering Bravo. We're going to be covering your favorites on Netflix. John and I bringing the podcast back. So you won't know unless you're following. So make sure that you guys do that. And of course, sharing the shows is a great way to help as well. Tell a friend, tell a family member, put it in a Facebook group. You know the deal. You can tweet us your questions anytime with hashtag WireOurLive. And you can see the past 10 years of our shows over at yourrealityrecaps.com.
Watch us
Now, we
grow
will.
up. Yeah.
Watch us grow up over there. Check out our Discord too, if that's your thing. That's where we are during the episodes and after and late night, and it's all that stuff. I play with Matt's bestie Reagan over on Twitch, Dead by Daylight, a lot too. But Matt doesn't want to play, but
Ooh.
it's fine. Let's bring Matt on. It's the one, the only Matt Hoffman.
Hey, I was just talking to Reagan a half hour prior to this, trying to swindle him to make an appearance here and as a surprise, say hello. And then he said, "I
He
don't know
won't.
anything about this season." And I said, "I don't either." And he still did. But I
Yeah,
tried. Hi, Reagan. I know you're watching.
I see Reagan on the Twitch
Do you?
all the time.
On the Twitch? Is that a dating app or what is that?
It's on a dating app. Yes, we're dating
Dating app, yeah.
secretly. That's why he couldn't come here tonight. We broke up and he didn't want to tell you.
Right.
Very awkward. I didn't want to make things uncomfortable.
Right. Well, thanks for bringing it up, Matt. So now wait a minute. You're not watching this season at all, Matt? Things you could have told
No,
me.
I am, but Reagan, so I watch CBS. That's pretty much what I do, and I get some Twitter headlines. But Reagan, dives deep. Even though he doesn't watch a single episode, he will, go and read the blogs and the live feed updates, and it gets all, so he arguably knows more than me, even though he might not, hasn't seen an episode of it.
Does he
I mean,
watch
that's a
feeds
good
at
way to do it.
all? Or no?
Doesn't watch them, but he'll read all, the blogs, and so it basically, he knows probably more than I do, even though I've seen every episode.
Interesting. I mean, that really is the way to do it if you want to
Is
just
it?
stay out of the
Is it
drama.
though?
No, it's crazy, I feel like. Because
Well, I know.
the drama's great.
Yeah, I mean, I know that our live feed updaters are updating 24/7 over at BB24 Live Updaters on Twitter. Great job, everyone. Special thank you to them doing that all season long. They're
Yeah.
amazing.
Did you say earlier you can get 10 years of archives? It's some website. You guys?
Yeah, our website. You can see
John-
10 years
John,
of our.
have you been part of this for 10 years too? You've been there around that long?
I have been here. Yes, Matt.
Oh, that's crazy the whole time.
Matt, pop culture question
Okay,
for you.
let's do it.
Who is the first person I ever interviewed 10 years ago when I
Okay.
was working for Superpass?
Okay, that would have been season 13 then? Oh, God.
12.
What a shit. 12. It would have been probably international pop culture icon Matt Hoffman from season 12. Is that who?
No, it was Reagan Fox.
Oh, that's unfortunate that you missed out on the killer interview. But Reagan's good too.
And
But
it
Matt,
was the
that's how
worst
Eric-
show I've ever done.
That's how
That's
Eric
it?
and
Well,
I
that's
met.
why you should have interviewed me. instead.
Eric and I met at Superpass. That's how we met. I worked for Superpass.
Yeah, Superpass was great.
Mm-hmm.
It was. You just got paid buckets of money for doing
They
nothing.
just had money to give to talentless people. I mean, like me, not you guys. You guys obviously have your shit together, but yeah, they were just pumping out cash.
Huh?
No, that's what I mean. I don't mean it was the worst show I ever did because of Reagan. I was doing like all of the production and like all of those things. And it was, before I understood what it was like to really do a show, I was more into the production end. And I was horrible. Reagan was great.
You remember Chelsea work? She was great. Where she was always just fucking around with the super pass. And
She
kind
was
of
my boss. She was my
was
boss.
she? Cool
Yeah.
boss.
How's she doing? Anyone know?
I don't talk to her, but I just remember spending a lot of super pass money with her over a period of time. She was very liberal with the super pass blank checks, from my recollection.
You have no comment.
Gee, I wonder why it's not around anymore. Let me think.
Yeah, I wonder what happened there. Okay, so Matt, this season, so much happening. Just overall, to start with, what are your thoughts on this season? And while you're doing that, if you guys are watching on YouNow, and you have questions or things that you would like Matt or I or John to talk about, leave your questions in the YouNow chat, or of course you can leave them over in the YouTube chat also. John is checking that one out. But you guys start leaving questions that you want asked. And now, Matt, overall, what are your thoughts on this season? Are you loving it, hating it compared to other seasons?
Yeah, why would people leave a comment in you now when you could just go on YouTube? Isn't that way easier? Everyone uses
Well, because that's where I have to be, Matt. Thank you.
Oh my God, I'm so well. Why would you ever use YouTube then? That's stupid. Who even heard of you? Do people use
There's
YouTube?
hundreds
That's
of
like
people on YouNow right now.
Yeah, well, that's obviously where I am. Okay, well, let's hear about the season. My thoughts on this season are that it's been all right. I feel the live feeds would have been better if maybe like a company like you now would have been in charge hosting them. We probably would have done a better job. But other than that, from an edited standpoint, CBS, I think it's been a little too much the Taylor show. I know could crucify me public. I don't hate Taylor. It's not what I'm saying. Not what I'm saying at all. Hear me out, haters. I don't hate Taylor, but I okay. I'm not, are we a little much of Taylor. Jasmine, I have grown to be the kind of contestant who I almost love to hate. I'd never want to be on a season with her or let alone in a room with her. But I've now she's crossed the threshold of annoyance so much that I almost get the joke, and I've kind of like that everyone hates her in the house. Whereas before, most of the season I spent just being just perpetually irritated.
Well, Matt, you're talking like you're slipperier than a frog on a lily pad. What are you talking about?
Could you imagine living with that? And the segments today, just like the entitlement, she's a mess. It's great. Turner's great. The Kyle stuff is a whole thing. I think this has been a really good season, honestly. I think it's way better than last year. I think it's got a good mix of messy gameplay and good gameplay. It's got drama, but where it's not like season 19, where it's just nonstop bullshit, because there's also some thoughtful moments and stuff. And I don't know, it's had kind of run the gamut of everything a little bit. It's a good BB sampler season.
Well, what do you think about the alliances? We were reminded tonight that Daniel didn't have to use the veto. When he did, he put his number 2 in danger, and she ended up going home. And then we've seen Turner, who had his number 2, Alyssa, vote her out. Nobody's kind of sticking to their alliances this season. What do you think of that?
I like good sloppy gameplay, so it's just fun to watch, And even the Dire Fest week when Kyle just kind of threw his hands up and be fuck it, I'm telling everybody everything. And I looked at that almost with a little bit of envy, going it was so crazy and fun to watch. And everyone on America was why is he doing that? He's stupid. But I should have done the exact same thing that he actually really did. And he did it. He had the balls and the wherewithal to do it. So just that kind of throw it out there and just see what sticks gameplay. I think we had a little bit of that, and it was fun to watch as a viewer. A little confusing on the viewer side, which makes for a fun watch when you're just what the fuck? That's cool. Instead of going okay, I know what's going to happen in this veto and in this vote and in this ceremony. You just know everything.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know that Kyle's decision was smart, because then I would say it would have been based in intelligence. I think there was no real reason for him to do it. He just acted out of stupidity. I don't want to give him credit of being some gameplay genius.
But no, I think it was that's what I'm saying. He's just
fun feeds.
I'm just gonna throw my alliance under the bus, bust out, the whole thing, even the ramifications of Alyssa being pulled into this, and like how he obviously should have told her, I don't know, the whole timing of it. It was all great. It was just like, what are you doing? But it was a Hail Mary pass that like sort of worked in a way until he did the moderately racist stuff. It was actually going well as a game move. And we think of like, we watch people do dumb shit that like is conventionally dumb or like maybe like off the baseline strategy. And when it doesn't work, we go, oh, they're so fucking stupid. Why were they doing that? I appreciate those moves because for everyone that was stupid, like a Dan's funeral only worked out of happenstance. If that didn't work, that would be stupid. But then instead it became legendary. And you have that shit all the time. It's only legendary because it fucking works. It's not legendary because it's brilliant. The stupidest things that work become legendary. Some stupid stuff just doesn't work, and then it's fun to watch.
But is it very legendary? I mean, Kyle he made it to jury, but he didn't even really make it to
it's
the
not legendary at all because it didn't work. It was just stupid and fun to watch. I'm saying some stupid stuff that works, then it becomes legendary. The point is stupid stuff is always good for whatever reason. Whether it works or doesn't work, you always get something fun out of people doing dumb, crazy shit.
I literally tweeted out because I have not been. I hated the way Jasmine treated Taylor all season, but I loved Jasmine. I loved her I loved making fun of Jasmine all season. Like John, I love being slipperer than a toad on a wet slip and slide going up a hill. So I mean, I loved she tapped into all of my Texas roots. Loved all of that of her. But yeah, I said that Brittany, who was the person I couldn't stand all season, you know, everyone hated her doing that voting against Taylor, to which I literally tweeted out last week, just pretend Janelle did it and you would all be like Queen. You would all be like standing the shit out of her for doing that. We just hate it because it was Brittany that did it. So
I mean, people can Taylor hook up with, or potentially before the fandom makes a little bit of a joke about it. You know, like we get Daniel to Joseph to Monty, any other player in any season, this would be like fodder for Twitter. It's fucking sad. No one gives a shit about it. It's crazy because it's Queen Taylor. It's fucking crazy. It's crazy.
Because of how she started the game. We love an underdog. We love. We don't love watching. Yeah, we don't love watching what happened to her, but when someone is that, you know, behind in the game because of how they're treated, we love a redemption storyline and a fighting back.
Yeah, and especially if they're having sex, that's even great. I mean, look at the other couple having sex for, 10 seconds? Kyle and Alyssa.
Oh, yeah, that was great. Matt, does sex last longer than 10 seconds for you?
Yeah, it does. It does.
Okay.
Wow, jealous.
Yeah. Sometimes, you know?
All right. Well, you might have to give some tips to Kyle. I don't know what you bros do. I don't know what the straights do.
But you need sex with Kyle? I don't think I'm going to do that.
No, you have to tell him how to make it last longer than 10 seconds.
Okay, yeah. I can do that.
He's having a lot of problems with that. I saw Squared 5 Forever had a question and said, Matt...
A you look question? A you question?
It's a you now question. Relax, Matt. I'm going to tell you it. You focus here. Basically, what they're saying is, how do you, Matt, think Joseph is going to vote now? And I think they're now being emphasized is them kind of saying, now that he learned of the Taylor and Monty hookup.
My answer depends on, you guys need to help me with some live feed timeline, and then I'll be able to answer you. Did Monty and Taylor officially hook up? Like, were they made out, whatever?
Yes, she uncaged the snake.
Was that before or after Alyssa left? Like, did Alyssa, all she knew was that they were camping out in each other's beds, or did Alyssa know that they like hooked up?
After.
Alyssa, don't believe Alyssa never. I believe Alyssa never had it explicitly said to her that there was penetration. No, I don't believe anybody really has.
They were just hanging out.
Everything Joseph is going to know is going to come from Alyssa. So, like, whatever her wealth of knowledge is, if all she knows is that they would, like, hang in bed, I feel like Joseph would go, she's just kind of laying next to him to get some strategy, whatever. And I feel like he'd still vote for her. And almost think that was maybe, like, that was strategy. If he finds out they banged, then I think he might be a little, like, peeved about that.
Okay, so you
Really?
don't watch the live feed, so I like this. So your thought process from watching the show is you believe Joseph is into Taylor.
I think he would want to hook up with her post show. Yes.
But
Is
he
that
Really?
could
Okay.
have messed
is that
around in the house with her, but he didn't.
I
they
mean,
did?
I
Did they
think
make out Taylor and Joseph?
no.
No.
Even when they were in the Grease costumes, right? Or the Sid and Nancy or whatever the hell that was supposed to
You're
be.
doing, Eric. You're doing
No.
that condescending look you often do, and making me think
Oh,
that I'm wrong. I'm saying,
oh,
am I wrong?
well,
Tell me.
I think that he would be more interested in hooking up with Monty postseason. That's just it. I'm not here to out
Okay.
anyone or
Hey,
put a
whatever.
preference. I'm not trying to label, and I'm
No?
just saying the vibe that I get from a Joseph is one of my people. This is what I'm saying.
All right. No, that hey, whatever.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. I don't know. I think Taylor would get. I kind of feel like, I mean, well, maybe this is something you'll get into separately, but um, I think Taylor gets taken a final two by either person with the presumption that they can beat her, and that both of them probably should beat her. But then, unfortunately, I think this jury's just going to vote Taylor to win. And
I
that's what
think
happens.
Well,
I think Turner is going to bring Monty. I think Taylor's going to bring Monty. I think he has structured his game and the way he's done it
I
so
hope
that
so.
each person, whether he wins or not, will bring him to final two. Right?
yes, Turner's bringing Monty
I don't
100%.
think Turner would
Turner's
even.
an idiot.
Yeah, Turner is an idiot, and he would not bring Taylor. I don't know why he would, but who knows?
Is Taylor a lock for AFP, or does Michael have a shot at that?
I mean, I
Oh
wish
my
Michael
God.
had a shot. I mean, look, I kind of have the same opinion that you have of Taylor, of the don't kill me, everyone. Like, I love Taylor. I
I
love her
like her. I
storyline. I
like
love
yes.
a redemption. But I am sorry, Taylor, for me, has been carried and brought, and even when in power as an HOH, didn't really have any plan. It was just chaos, moment to moment, make good TV, which I love as a TV watcher and a feed watcher, but it is not a game that I see like you are the winner of this game. I
Well,
mean, I don't love any of these people,
well,
and,
I
and
mean,
I want Taylor to win.
she has a good social game, which is why she's
Right?
still there.
Correct.
So she may not have been in charge of her HOH. She may have not won a lot of the comps, but socially navigating this house and being on the block as many times as she was, she's still in the house. She's top three. So that's something, I think.
100%. My thing is just if I could pick, I would have liked Michael to be AFP. I don't
Oh,
think
of
it's going to
course.
happen.
Of course.
I don't think it's going to happen, but he's who I would like. And here's the thing, my vote doesn't matter because I split it between Michael and Taylor. So what does my vote even matter? I think they are the top two vote getters.
Mm-hmm.
And by split my vote, I mean I'm not voting and I just say I split my vote because who has time to go vote? On this. Go vote in real things that matter. The people who vote on this and don't vote in local elections and like things that are important blows my mind. Like I wish people I'm gonna get off the soapbox. I just wish people
Stop,
cared about real life
stop
as much as
talking
Big
about my
Brother.
followers, Eric. These are my people, the Hoffmaniacs.
Or my followers as well.
Leave them alone.
Okay, we had a question from Courtney who wanted to know what does Matt think about the records Michael has broken this season? So, do you feel that Michael is an iconic player, Matt? Is he iconic or has he just gotten lucky in a cast of people that are doing horrible in competitions?
Well, thank you, Courtney, from you now for the question. I think that Michael is, I mean, look, it's so funny, like his makeup. And I mean, I don't like picking him. He's totally fine looking guy and stuff, but it's just like he's not the guy that you go look and go, this is a comp piece. But nevertheless, man, I mean, I feel like, let's say, like, how shitty could that house of people be where, like, it's that consistent? At some point, it's not like the people in the house are not the factor. And it's early in the season comps he's been winning, so like those are the harder, the more people, when people like win at the end and that's the only place they win and then they use that as like their thing, I go fuck off. Like you're playing against 3 or 4 people. When you're winning things week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and there's 16 people in the house, that's way impressive to me. So I think it's undeniable that he is an ass kicker, and his comp wins are to be definitely laureled. And I think Janelle's probably happy with it. I go, local, what do they put in the water where they live that they could do that shit?
Do you think that a lot of what he does was planned? Like, here's what I said about Michael this season. I was like, it seemed very much to me, and this is what I would do if I ever played Big Brother. Like, he went in with a strategy. He was like, I am going to be in the DR and do the memes when I'm voting. I'm going to make sure I shout out Janelle because she has a huge fan base, and then I can do this, this, and this, which will get Twitter on my side. And I can, it just seemed very like I am a lawyer.
Think he was like calculated in his behaviors in the DR? Is that what you're saying? And voting?
Everywhere. I think everything he did, he had a book. He literally had a Bible that he made before the season. It just seemed weird to me that he knew to be like, I'm Team Janelle. Fuck you, Nicole, for everything you did to... Like, he knew what to say at every moment to make sure, like, Twitter was going to be on his side, or the fans are going to love it when he's like, you're an idiot sandwich in the DR. Like, I just think he's so smart on that end.
Oh, yeah, I didn't pick up on that, but that's good for him if he did. I like it. I like the guy. It's cool.
I think that's what you need to... I mean, obviously, everyone is playing for social media nowadays, so it's, like, obviously... Totally. Annie says, can you ask Matt, since he's a member of Mensa, can he confirm if Alyssa is also a member, just like Raven was?
Did Alyssa really say that she was a member?
I don't think so. I think Annie is being funny.
Oh, I was like, wow, check the directory. I feel like she's probably not a lot of Mensans this season.
It was Raven really in Mensa? Did Raven say she was in...
I think she said her mom was, and I checked the member directory at the time, and her mom was nowhere to be seen. There's no Waltons from that area, so I don't know. I'm not trying to call people out, but stolen valor when you're claiming my people.
Claiming the Mensa people. Who would Matt? Heather Hampshire wants to know, who would Matt have wanted to align with if he was on this season?
Oh, Heather from you now. Thank you for the question. I would have liked to align this season. Probably, I probably would have chilled and hung with Turner. Like, I feel like we would have been pals. But Hey, and but I wouldn't have wanted to align with Turner. I probably would have wanted to align with Taylor. I feel
obviously.
Like yeah, you want to go someone who's like unlikely to by appearance hang out together. And then I probably would have been immediately attracted to seeing her getting kind of like shrugged away early in the game. That would have drew me to her. And I probably would have been like, dude, let's figure this out and fuck with it. That's what I would have done.
Yeah. I mean, obviously that's smart. My whole problem with Turner this season, I like Turner the person. I think it's amazing that he's so young. He's a business owner, like all of these things. But when it comes to game, if you zoom out and look at his game, it makes no sense. I'm going to do everything to help Kyle and Alyssa stay in the game together. A couple that will never take me to Final 2. Then I'm going to do everything to keep, Monty and, Taylor together. I'm going to vote out Alyssa, a person who would have been diehard and taken me. Like, nothing he does in his game to me makes any sort of logical game sense at all.
He's done a lot of bad game moves, but I feel he's got the most real DRs in the season. They catch him in a lot of like real moments, and I don't know. He's endeared himself to me. But you're right. I mean, yeah, holistically, his game has not been amazing.
Fire.
That speech.
I don't like that shit. All that whole thing was that dictionary shit was crazy.
So what did you think of his speech when he's doing his Final Four? I'm trying not to go out of Final Four yesterday, and his literal speech was, yeah, well, keep me because we were loyal, and if you want her, that's stupid. Okay, I'm done.
Did he know he was safe? Did it matter?
I mean,
Probably.
should he know that he's safe? Yes. I mean, technically, he believes that he is safe with Monty,
But
but still.
You want to put on a show. You want to explain
Yeah,
why
right.
you should be kept, right?
It's not. It wasn't great, but it was no Gina Marie or anything either. You know, it fell somewhere in
True.
the
It's no
middle.
Gina Marie. Aw, Gina Marie.
Oh, my
Uh,
GM.
Is she
you
watching? I'm
G-
sorry. Is she on you now, Gina Marie?
She did. She is. She is, watching often. Yeah, Gina Marie. We just saw her a little while ago.
You know what's fucked up about this episode? So crazy. That Marie's hair product that Daniel uses, literally
Yeah.
up until a year ago, that was my go-to product. I had it in the Big Brother house myself forever, like forever, as long as I can remember. And it's so I was laughing when the segment started because I'm like, holy shit, it's Murray's. I love Murray's. And I was watching my girlfriend and I was like, she's like, you use that? I'm like, oh yeah, like forever, my whole life. I'm like, it's like a buck a can or something. You get it in the back of Walgreens and like in that the area of Walgreens that Terrence was talking about. And as soon as I said that, he's like, Daniel's like, oh yeah, it's like $2 to buy. It's great. The little tin, it's like melted candle wax. It's so hard and like it's just like block. It lasts forever. Anyway,
That is interesting. That
it was
I
great
did
that
not
they
know of.
featured it.
Well, John doesn't look happy about it. You look very
I love
angry about a
Murray's.
hair
I love
How
that
do you
product.
do
Murray's
that to
gets
your
a-
hair? What if?
It's
what
just like it's kind of like Daniel said. It just like stays in there. Like you
But
go take a
Matt-
shower. It
Matt,
feels
what if-
like you. It feels like
what
your
if
hair
you're-
is just like.
What if you're making love and she wants to put her hands through your hair? Like, how does that work?
It's real. Like I don't know. It's like it's there.
And then her hands get caught.
Yeah, it's real. Like yeah, it's like a trap, like a Chinese finger trap. Yeah, it totally is. But I stopped like a year ago. But I love that shit. I highly recommend it to any person of any ethnicity.
Maybe for like
Why
an
did you
80s
stop?
night or something when you want to put your hair up or like a mohawk or something. You could
Yeah,
use that.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did you stop using it?
Oh, okay. Because I still forever I'd always get my hair cut at it's like Sports Clips or some shit bullshit. You know, pay like $10 for nothing. And then I moved like a year ago, and there was no shitty like haircut places by me. So I'm like, fuck, I gotta get like an actual like person who knows the trade. So I found like a barber or something, and then this barber like, what is it you do? What do you use? And then you recommend something, and he recommended some other shit, so I moved to that. But my heart still kind of lies with Murray's, even though I switched brands.
That's a good point. He probably needed it for his Elvis hair, so it wouldn't move.
There you go.
You saw my hair in season 12, that Ed Grimley shit. I mean, yeah, it's not great, you know.
What did you think of Daniel this season? I mean, I called him Greasy Elvis. I found him repulsive.
Daniel, I hated. He was such a disappointment to me because he was like, I was so excited for him. He's like a musician and he's like a super fan. I'm like, that's cool. And then he just immediately like, so it's a bummer. It just sucks when someone you really want to be good just fucking bites it so bad.
He very much did. He very much crashed and burned, sadly. Wow, yeah. I don't like talking about people's real lives, but because it doesn't matter in game and it shouldn't affect game. I was I was impressed by him as Elvis. The few clips that I saw, he seemed like it's clear that's his element. And he needed more of that in the Big Brother house.
Maybe the older bloated Elvis. I don't know about the new one, the new movie one.
Toilet
bloated Elvis. Not an older bloated Elvis. Does Lost Can Cruise want to know, does Matt think that Daniel and Nicole have a future traveling as Elvis as an Elvis and Bruno Mars act?
Oh, she does have a Bruno Mars look. That's
She
so fun.
does.
That would be good. You think she can sing like a little like a Bruno?
She can
She's
lip
not
sync.
tiny like right. He's real tiny.
Yeah, he's not really singing. They can both lip sync.
Here's the
They
thing.
should go on like The Masked Singer, David, or what's his name, Daniel.
Daniel.
Oh, the Lost Singer. Well, I think you have to be like famous to do that. Nicole, I don't like to say anything bad about because lesbians scare me, and she's a reason why lesbians scare me. Like, I think she'd murder me.
I didn't know that. Is that for real?
Yeah.
You can't tell.
You couldn't tell? She fits all
Bad
the
mom.
lesbian stereotypes.
Am I allowed to
Angry
say
all the
if I can tell or
time,
not?
that
I don't want to
haircut.
kind of I'm just gonna pretend like I can't tell. No, I can't tell.
You're sandwiched in between two gays. It's okay. Well, you're safe.
Internet, I
I'll
can't tell.
I'll take the heat for that one. Of course, I'm kidding. Um,
What does gay
she.
look like, guys? I don't know.
I don't know. We're all just people.
All just people.
Right here.
Do you think that there was anything, do you think that Monty, I saw a few people asking, do you think that Monty made the right choice? Now, take your headphones out if you don't want to hear. I don't feel like we're ruining anything. We know that Turner won part one of that HOH. And now Monty did obviously kept Turner in the game. Do you agree with Monty's thought process? His thought process being a Turner and a Taylor will probably both bring me to final two. Therefore, it makes more sense for me to keep them in the game versus someone I can beat in the 3-part HOH,
Like
even
Alyssa.
if it means I might not win against them in the final two.
Well, like in Alyssa, like in keeping on Alyssa.
Right.
Yep.
So Monty on the feeds a lot was weighing, and his final decision was I would rather keep someone in who I knew would bring me to final two, but I might lose, versus keep someone in who won't bring me to final two, but that I definitely could beat if I got there. Do you think that was a smart move?
First of all, I got to preface that I think there's very solid arguments for either. So the decision is
Okay.
very. I would have gone the other way, and the only reason is because I have the odds in my favor that I'm gonna win anyway. And if something goes wrong, I still have that social aspect that I can work with to try and get out of that situation and still save myself. So it gives me almost like two outs. But I absolutely see the other side as well.
I mean, here's the thing. I don't know if it's just that we're older. Like, I look at half of these people and I'm just like, you're an idiot if you can't talk your way to a win. Now,
Yeah,
don't get me wrong, though. I do think nothing you do or say on finale night matters to that jury.
No.
I think they have their decision made already. Where you failed was you did not get them on their side before they went out. I don't know why everybody isn't winding up their little jury soldier and making them all like, hey, when you're in that jury, you're going to be rooting for me before they go out the door. They just like, let them go now.
No, they can't talk themselves into it. They can't write cursive. They've gotten participation trophies up until they were 18. No, they can't make a case for themselves.
Well, I want to know what Matt thinks Taylor's case is to win.
Oh, I love it when we go back to Taylor. Matt, go ahead.
I don't think she has a good. If she wins, I do not think it will be on her like resume of the game over Monty or Turner. I think, to your point a little bit, Eric, the jury's going to have their mind made up by the time they're sitting there waiting for the last juror to walk out. Like, it's done at that point. So if Taylor happens to be one of those last two, it doesn't walk out the door.
Do you think the women in jury are going to vote for Taylor if she's one of the final two? Do you think it's going to go boy girl?
I don't know. I don't think straight boy girl. Who do we got? Jasmine, probably. Well, yeah, probably they all will, but not for reasons of like female empowerment. I don't think. Maybe that's part of it subconsciously or something. But yeah, I mean,
they hated her. Indy hated Taylor.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So think about the optics. Like you said, everyone's playing for social media. They know they fucking know how they were perceived, and in their minds, that's a redemption. Okay, we're gonna like do her a solid and vote for her to show that we don't really hate her, even though we really did hate her. We can't let we gotta backpedal, and our best way to backpedal is to give her a vote and go, see, we voted for her. If we really hated her, we wouldn't have voted for her.
Exactly. I love when people are like, look at how much Jasmine turned around in her exit interviews. I'm like, and you can't figure that out? You can't figure out what might have happened in between when you watched her on the live feeds and then she did interviews? I'm sure PR had a little talking to her.
The same question asked like 1,000 times. All these pre-jurors just getting like quotes read to them about shit they said all summer over and over and over. Hey, why did you say this? Why did you say this? Why did you say this?
We had Brittany on the other day, and I didn't want to like waste the time, but Brittany was like, "That didn't happen with me," and I just wanted to be like, "Yes, Brittany, because you weren't controversial. You were liked, and you never said a bad thing about anybody,
Yeah.
so you didn't need PR to talk to you." These people did. They were horrible. I did love, faking a wife with a bad leg. Did you appreciate Jasmine faking her ankle? Because the second she was evicted, her walk got instantly fixed.
She could walk in heels. She left in heels.
Yeah.
Matt Hoffman, season 12, Matt Hoffman still influencing the game over a decade later. It's good.
I did like that about those were the things that I liked about Jasmine that Jasmine did this season. I did enjoy.
I think Jasmine too, like I feel like even now, she probably won't know this until after she's out of the house, but I feel like she really thinks that America collectively loves that bullshit that she does, that food reference and analogies. And I feel like she's gonna get out of the house and keep trying to do that, like if she does interviews and stuff, and go realize it's just like she's the joke. It's not. We don't really think it's funny or cute or anything. It's fucking horrible, actually. But I don't know.
But that to me.
She must be dynamite in the sack. That's all I can think of, right, Matt?
I feel like she's not. I don't know. You're a gold star, right? I'm telling you, I feel like she's not.
Do I have it written somewhere?
I don't know what gold stars look like.
Is it on my forehead, Matt? I can't. But yes, I am, Matt. See, you could tell that. You couldn't tell Nicole was a lesbian, but you could tell I was a gold star.
I don't know. I don't know.
See, I feel bad for Jasmine because I always feel like I have to defend the house guest because I think Jasmine thinks that America's eating it up because the DR was like, they're loving when you do that, Jasmine. Do it more.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, they're mocking her, and, like, I think that's why they always cast the Jasmines, the Kyles. They need the gullible idiot that they can manipulate for a storyline or for a joke or whatever. And Jasmine fell into that role.
And Kyle.
I'm happier than a sunshine on a double rainbow cloud. I just love it. You have to love her. Okay. I'll do this one. If there was a legacy season where former house guest kids played Matt, who are one or two kids of house guests that you would want to see play?
Where both the biological mother and father are Big Brother members? Or just
it says where former house guest kids played, so I'm assuming it's only the children playing.
No, I'm saying like would my kid count?
Yes.
Parents are not Big Brother
yes,
alumni?
Your kid would count.
Then obviously when my kid's into Big Brother, I for sure would put her in the house.
Okay, well now your kid
as hell, just like her dad. I love it.
Okay, now what if it's not your kid?
Yeah, then
I want 3 other kids.
Okay, I want one of the Brancho kids for sure. That's no doubt. But not both. And I don't have a preference. I don't have a preference, but I love them both, or all of them. But I would also take a Brittany kid because there's 3 of them, and we have to have at least one. So let's pick one.
Janelle? What about a Janelle kid?
How many kids does Janelle have?
I think like 3 girls. Oh, and a boy. 2 girls and a boy.
Oh fuck. Okay, we have to then. We got to take a Janelle kid, but only one. We can't keep bringing them back every fucking season.
Right. No, they'll gang up.
One Janelle
per household.
And I don't think we should do the Cody Jessica kid. For sure, none of the Jeff and Jordan kids.
No.
Oh, I like them.
Do you? Not the Swaley baby. Maybe the Swaley.
Well, it's going to be a baby. That baby can't play for 18 years.
I like Jordan. I like
yes,
Jordan
Matt.
Cameos. Have you seen one of their cameos?
No, we don't support Jeff, John.
Where they go on and on and on, and it's like it gets to a point where a lot of those cameos you're like, oh, it was so short. This one, it's like, when are they gonna hang up? Anyway, go ahead.
You like Jay? Where do you see Jeff and Jordan cameos?
No, who
they're
supports
online.
Jeff?
They're online.
Well, I also give great lengthy cameos for probably a
Do you?
fraction of the cost of Jeff and Jordan. I have, I have a 5-star rating. Perfect.
I'll
Lots
put
of
the link below this video. Now, Matt, go ahead because I think I know what you're gonna say.
the
Go.
baby in the Netherlands BB house. Is that what is that what I was gonna talk about?
Oh no, I thought
There's-
you were gonna talk about the Bailey and Swaggy's baby.
Well, yeah, so Swaley's baby, right? And then you're like, a baby can't play. But what I'm saying is there's a clip on YouTube somewhere of Big Brother
Oh.
Netherlands where a chick actually had a baby and now she went into labor, had a baby in the house. And it shows like the girls are in there trying to like birth, the other house guests are trying to birth the baby. The guys all run into the backyard because they're like, what the fuck? And you can hear like the screams of birth. And the guys are in the backyard like, oh, because you're hearing like, yeah, look, find it somewhere. It's on YouTube. Big Brother Netherlands.
What the fuck, for real?
Hand to God, I saw it. I sent a clip to Robin Cass like 3 or 4 years ago. I was like, Cass, did you know about this? And she's like, holy shit, what is this? Yeah, it's crazy.
That sounds like a liability.
I don't know like what led up to it or how she got into the house pregnant or any of that stuff. But the clip line is like, it's like an 8-minute clip. It's like the whole thing.
Well,
Yeah,
Destiny's is one of our viewers from that half of the world, and she is saying in you now chat, yes, that is true. It did happen.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you were going to talk about, and again, I would like to say, the Bailey and Swaggy baby is the most adorable baby I have ever seen. That being said, me as a gay, my God, just scrolling through Twitter, I was not prepared to see the clip of it being pulled out of Bailey's vagina and holding up a bloody baby and being like, I never needed to see that from anybody. And I was like, oh, dear Lord. And I almost passed out.
No, I've seen that. Yeah, that's crazy. For sure.
I was like, oh, we're sharing all of it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's things are popping with blood, fluids. Okay.
I almost passed out.
Yeah. Imagine.
I normally think babies are demons, and now I'm more convinced.
Yeah,
I
some
just
things
had
are
a bratwurst for dinner.
media. Feel like it's that probably could have just stayed in their camera roll on their phone and not posted.
Right.
It. But hey,
No,
who
I
am
think it's great to share the story of childbirth. I can understand that is moving and emotional and bringing life into the world. I just think if you're prepared to see it, not when I'm scrolling through porn, baby.
That's how you last more than 10 seconds. You think of this.
Clearly.
Kyle, look at tell Kyle when he gets out of the house.
Just look at more porn. I mean, more baby birth.
Jackie Rose on YouTube says June's kid is a fan.
That's what I was going to say.
You know what else Jackie knows on YouTube said? I can see her reading YouTube.
Yeah.
Jackie knows happened to promote Matt Hoffman's cameo. So if you're on YouTube, click the link and then go back to you now and finish watching that.
This is how we do it here, Matt. We're cross promoting. We're all of it.
I love it.
It
on
is
multiple platforms.
Is there any gays, like gay people with gay alumni with babies? Or no, like adopted babies or anything like that
What
we
did
could throw
you
in the
say?
house?
Babies? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Is that the word?
It's
you used?
so racist.
Is that the
Is
word?
it?
That's what you chose to say?
Yo, Gaby. Maybe it's just a regular baby, Matt. Maybe it's just a regular baby.
Like a regular human, Matt.
It's not the baby's sexuality. We don't know the baby's sexuality. I'm talking about.
Yeah, you're right. We don't.
We don't even know if it's a baby. It could be an
Maybe it's sexy and then gay, and then you can't say that either.
Maybe it's not a baby. It's a piece of fruit. You don't know.
Don't
When
call
I
a
was
baby a
young, I
demon.
was-
I'll get 20 emails about it.
All right.
No, who?
You guys back.
What? You come back anytime. I'm trying to think. Who are the gay outhouse guests?
Okay, so we would
Andy.
have Bunky. I'm trying to think older ones would have maybe like evolved and had kids, like grew up, whatever.
No,
Well,
because we're gay and
True.
we're smart. What do we
True.
want kids for?
Season 5 winner, isn't he like married? I believe.
Who's
guy?
the season 5?
Drew.
winner?
Drew. What's his name?
Oh, right. Was he gay?
Yeah, I think, right? Am I making? Oh, I'm not getting canceled. What about
I
the
don't
little?
know
What
if-
about the little Cuban guy from season
Ugh.
20?
Ugh. No, he doesn't have any kids.
No, good. Probably for the better.
Could you imagine his kid yelling at him, and then kid's like 5 and just knocks him over because he's taller? Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe not.
Vanessa has twins.
That's it.
Vanessa Russo.
Vanessa, yep.
And they'd be good. They'd be the twin twist of the season, where we'll they'll swap them out, and we'll tell the people there's only one.
I don't think Vanessa would ever encourage her kids to play Big Brother. I still talk to Vanessa every once in a while, and I don't think she would ever let her kids do Big Brother.
Does Daniel Reyes have kids?
Daniel Reyes isn't a lesbian.
She can still have children. Lesbians can have kids.
No, they can't.
They can have
What do they
babies.
yell the baby out of their body? Get out.
That just told us they can have babies. We didn't know that. Look how much we're
Babies.
learning here.
Any girl can have babies, right? I feel like.
Technically boys can have babies too.
You gotta like bang a dude to have a baby. You can like get stuff shot into you and stuff, right, or something.
Get yourself shot into? Is that what you
like
said?
medical magic. They use a syringe or something. Look, I'm not a doctor, but
it's a turkey baster.
Thank God you're not a doctor.
Exactly. You want to see? He knows what I'm talking about.
Thank God. Your bedside manner's horrible. Thank God you're not a doctor.
First of all,
okay, doctor.
I am upset. Daniel Reyes does have kids, yes. The point was, we were wondering about gay people that might have had children, John, which is why it was confusing. Christy Murphy's about to have a baby, but not gay. Oh no, gay. What am I saying? Yes, lesbian.
Yeah.
Okay,
yes.
then we're good.
I just Googled gay house guests with children. Big Brother.
Well, then there's like the not out house guest, and how can you ever tell? So of course they can literally shoot you. I think it's not fair that women can just have babies whenever they want. I'm jealous.
Right.
I would love to be able to just have a baby, keep it for a little while, make it do some YouTube videos, serve me dinner, and then I'm done. Give it away.
They're hard to give away, I feel, probably.
Just leave it on a step somewhere. Do you know how dumb kids are? You don't have to tell them your address.
Don't you just dump them by a firehouse or something? Isn't that what they do?
Just make them do unboxing videos for like a year and then dump them off somewhere.
You just put them in a basket, even if they're like 1 or 2. You just get a bigger basket and just put them on the step.
Yeah. You guys are big good dads, I feel like.
Leave it on a step. Okay. Nat Hoffman.
Yes.
Who do you think, I know you said there's an argument for everyone. Who do you think has the best chance of winning right now? Do you really feel Taylor has the best chance of winning if she gets there?
I do. I think that. I don't know if I'm right or whatever, but I do.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's deserved, but I feel like she
Matthew.
See, I think that you're wrong in the sense that the limited jury segment we got, they did not seem to be giving any value to Taylor's game unless this is a switcheroo, and it seems like they were putting all the value on a Monty and a Turner game, minus Michael, who said, I don't know how I can respect Turner's game because he's not taking credit for it. They didn't seem to really value a Taylor game based on the limited what we saw in the edit.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, here's the thing: you gotta take these edits with a grain of salt, because I promise you, all of them got asked all the permutations of questions, and all of them had answers for every permutation, and then they just picked which permutation they felt like displaying their answer to. So I don't really hold that jury segment. It was entertaining, but it would not change my opinion on how things are going to go down.
Interesting. Who do you hope wins part 2? So we know Turner won part 1. Who do you hope wins part 2? So who do you want to see battling each other?
Wait, don't we know? I thought we know. Am I not supposed to say?
Well, okay. Well, I was going to get there, but fine. Go ahead. Who do you think it is?
I think it's Monty, right? Am I right about that? Did I hear that right?
I believe it is Monty. No surprise. Yes.
That one part 2?
that one
Didn't
part
he win
too.
by like not a lot of time? Is there like a close thing or something? Is
I
that the
mean,
rumor?
based on what they say, yes, but I mean, who knows if what they're saying is the truth?
Is it
Because
spoiler
they could be
girl?
like, "Oh, we won by 21
Spoiler
by
girl.
20
Is it
seconds." Yeah,
spoiler girl? Is it
Do you
spoiler
get
girl?
do
Spoiler
you guys get
girl?
Spoiler Girl on? Do you ever get her on here as a guest?
Spoiler girl.
I think it could be argued we might have had Spoiler Girl on here as a guest.
Do you think Spoiler Girl is a girl?
Nope.
Am I a
Sure
Spoiler
don't.
Girl?
I think Spoiler Girl's
Do
the
you know
next house
something,
guest.
Matt? Do you know
What?
something?
I don't know anything.
I think why would you be Spoiler Girl and then call yourself Spoiler Girl and be a girl?
Well, it's now
Because
spoiler queen. It's now spoiler queen.
Because what, Matt? Because why?
Why, Matt?
because the
Why?
conventional thought would be she obviously is a guy, or you wouldn't call yourself a girl. So you'd
Right.
call yourself a girl because everyone's going to think that you're really a guy.
So you and Reagan changed the name. Why?
What did we do? Reagan,
From spoiler girl to spoiler queen.
Reagan would be a good spoiler girl.
He would. He definitely would. So Monty wins. Who do we then think now? It's Monty versus Turner. Big surprise. Who do we think, or what do you think will happen in the final three in this last segment? Who do you think's gonna win? How do you think it's gonna play out, Matt?
Okay, I'm going to sound very like stupid here because I'm sure live feed know way more than I do. But I just think I'm going to stick with it anyway. I don't double down even if I sound dumb. I still think that either of them take Taylor thinking that they can beat her, and then it does not work out that way.
Okay, let me put it to you more specifically this way, because here's what I think. I think Monty is going to throw it because he feels very confident that Turner is going to take him regardless, and he does not want to bring Taylor because he feels, and I think maybe incorrectly, that he has a better chance against Turner than Taylor.
Yeah.
But he has promised Taylor and said things to her on the live feeds like, I want a black woman to be in that final 2 chair. Like, he has said things where if he were to now not bring her, I think he knows the ramifications in the real world of that. So I almost see Monty throwing this third part because he knows without a doubt Turner's taking him, or he believes without a doubt Turner's taking him. Do you think that is something from what you know of Monty that he would do?
Are you asking me or John?
Yeah.
Myself?
No, I'm asking you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think if I were Monty, I could like make that logic work in my head of putting myself in his position, not seeing anything from the outside world and stuff like that. I could see that thought crossing my mind and potentially that being my strategy. Sure. I don't think it'll work out for him. I still think Taylor will beat him. Unjust, I don't think she should, but she will.
Oh, I wish I had this fit. Because here's the thing. I want Taylor to win. Like, if I could pick any of them to win, I desperately want Taylor to win. I just don't have the faith that you have. I do not believe in any world Turner takes her. And I want to believe Monty is not going to throw it to Turner because his ego is just so fucking inflated. But then there's part of me that thinks he also really doesn't want to go against Taylor, so he's gonna maybe let Turner win. I don't really know. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out.
Why does Turner not take Taylor? What's the deal with it?
Because
Does he
he's in
think that
love
he
with
can
Monty. Because
she'll win against him, but if he's sitting next to Turner, he thinks he's going to have a better chance because he's made better moves.
No, he's asking why Turner would bring Monty.
No, why Turner would bring Monty over Taylor.
Because Turner has a big old crush. No, I don't know. I think because he thinks he can beat Monty over Taylor. And he's been loyal to Monty the whole time.
I don't even know if it has to do with that he thinks he can beat him. Turner, for some reason, just has this undying loyalty to Monty, as we've seen all season. He's like Monty's little lapdog. Yes, Monty, whatever you say, I'll do whatever you. I mean, he's stuck to Monty's dick so hard this whole. I was like, Taylor, for them to have sex, Taylor's gonna have to knock Turner off his dick to fucking make it happen. Like, I don't get Turner's love and infatuation with anything Monty says. Like, it makes no sense to me.
Makes
But I
perfect
think he'll
sense
take
to
them.
me. I mean, that's all he has to look at in the house, really.
He has Taylor and he had Alyssa.
We
Let
know
them go.
we know he's bi. He came out as bi or fluid or whatever the kids are calling it these days. But maybe he swings a little more this way. We don't know.
Yeah. Turner has said that he believes Taylor will beat him. I don't know why they think. I don't know why either of them does not feel confident sitting in front of that jury and saying, we brought Taylor along. The alliance that we created is what kept Taylor safe and brought her along. The HOHs that she had was a move decided by us all as a group. Nothing she did was her own movement, plan, or anything. They could even argue they threw the wall to her. So, I mean, I don't know why they don't feel they have a logical...
Taylor was loyal to the alliance. She didn't blow it up like Kyle did, like Turner did. And,
100%.
look where Kyle is now. Turner barely survived to get into Final Three. So, yeah, she happened to be part of an alliance that got her the farthest. Isn't that what you're supposed to do?
It is, but I'm just saying, I think when it's Final Two, we've been ingrained to believe we're supposed to give our resume to the jury of why we are deserving.
Which is why I want Turner to be in Final Two, because I want him to answer those questions in his own fire. Yeah. I did that move. Yeah. And not even be able to explain anything, where Taylor, who is really done no moves, will articulate herself really well. I want to see how that looks, of that dynamic.
That's a good point. Taylor would have that advantage big time for Turner. Just
right.
Like,
yeah.
And by the way, I feel the same exact way about Turner. I do not feel Turner did anything this season on his own. I think everything was him. I think Monty, and I can't stand Monty, but I think if we were just voting on the gameplay and not the social game, that Monty did the most and was a leader and the most influential in controlling what people did in this game more than the other two. But I can't stand him, so I would prefer he did not win. I mean, he is gross. And anybody that would say, can you uncage the snake?
Did he say that?
Oh, yes, that was how they flirted before they started hooking up and he laid there, he turned to her and said, are you ready to uncage the snake?
Oh, is she ready?
Well, then the cameraman did a zoom in on the snake and I would have called it more like a worm.
Oh,
like a little garden snake.
Well, it's probably a grower and not a shower.
Well, okay. So here's the thing, Matt Hoffman. First of all, we're out of time. I don't even understand where an hour went. I don't even understand.
You've been so fun to hang out with.
It's great. I love hanging out with you guys on You Now.
On You Now, I don't even understand where this hour of this show has gone. We have over 300 people watching in You Now right now. So hello to all the You Now people. Thank you all for tuning in.
Hoffmaniacs everywhere.
Hoffmaniacs everywhere. Matt, are you going to play again in the next All-Star season?
Oh yeah, they're banging down my door. They love me. CBS loves me.
Well, here's my thing. I feel that they need to get someone on production that is actually a fan of this game. So if they ever do that, I have a feeling you will be asked to play again.
Well, I'm just trying to get on the challenge now. Isn't that the next new thing that we're supposed to be doing?
Well, I think that is a very good place to segue to, would be the challenge. Yes, for sure. Or what about Snake in the Grass?
Snake. Oh yes, and BB alum. Maybe they'll bring back that Candy Crush show, and I can get on.
No, the Candy Crush is stupid, but I do have to say that Snake in the Grass when I watched it for Rachel, and oh my god, the whole time I thought Matt Hoffman would be so good on this show.
There was a fun one. I like that it was just in and out in an hour. You didn't have to sit through like a season of bullshit.
Exactly. They're bringing the mole back.
Every reason you love Rachel, she just popped it into that episode of that show. It was great.
She did. And then here's the thing. I don't believe for 1 second Rachel and Janelle didn't talk about it, so they both know that they're not the mole.
Like a code you can give or something.
Yeah, 100% they talked all about it. So I just liked watching that dynamic of all of it. The mole, which I would say is my all-time...
I am with you.
Is coming back to Netflix as a new season, and I think we're covering that because
I'll be watching that for sure. I love
okay, then we have to have you come on and talk about that when the mole is on.
Was Cooper like the best host of a reality show?
Yes,
back in
of course.
That day? Like, especially at that time, like hosts weren't that like personality-ish at that time, and he was great.
He was the best. The Mole, in my opinion, will always be one of the best reality competition shows that, there is. Matt, if people want to keep up with you, hear your opinions, see your art, all of those things, where can they follow you?
Oh, gosh, so much. Well, if you're into Big Brother ranting and funny brain dumps, you'll find me on Twitter at MHMoonvaz. Another reason that CBS probably never had me back until I changed my Twitter handle, which I won't do. If you're into arts and blood, you can find me at gremlin_effects on Instagram. If you want Matt Hoffman live in your inbox, find me on Cameo. And as always, watch the replay of this episode on YouNow.
No, you're wrong. The replay they would watch on YouTube or our website.
But don't go there. Just hang out on YouNow.
YouNow is just live, Matt.
You missed it.
You missed it. It's just live.
You missed it. Tough shit. Fuck YouTube.
Fuck everyone. Fuck them all. John, final thoughts?
This was fun. This was a lot more fun than I thought it was going to
be. Right, he wasn't... John doesn't know if he likes to come when there's guests. He snubbed the last two.
I am fun, John. What is this more fun than you thought it would be?
I wasn't sure.
You think I dragged the room down?
It did. I would say this hour went flying by. There was a lot more.
That's what I mean. It went flying by.
D'Angelo. I'm just the old guy, white guy from season 12.
Right.
Keepy. I wasn't. Who else? What are they? I'm not Frenchie. I heard I got Frenchie recently. Sorry. I'm just old Matt Hoffman.
Frenchie wants to come and drag.
Yeah.
I don't have any parlor tricks like that. I just show up and say dumb shit, and then I just leave.
No pun. He wants to come and drag. Okay, everybody. So we'll see you all. John and I will be back Monday afternoon after the finale to break everything finale down with all of you. We will see you guys then. Don't forget to follow, like, and subscribe. Bye for now, everybody. Bye, friends.